Welcome everybody to another weekly real estate video with me, Drew Kaplan, real estate agent with Keller Williams Advisors Realty. I'm very excited to have this week on Michael Spillane, a partner in the law firm of Ordinance, Meyer, Rush, and Stapleton. He works in especially consumer protection real estate disputes and focusing in tenants and small landlords. So Michael, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So one thing I'm really curious about, a new ordinance that's in progress, is registering with the city of Cincinnati if you own units. Is that correct?
That is correct. So this ordinance was originally supposed to go into effect at the end of April. It's been delayed to September 1 in response to all the other ongoing issues with COVID-19. So it will be going into effect actually September 1.
Okay, and this is by the way, if you have any rental units, right?
Yes. In the city of Cincinnati, there is no top end or bottom end on this. It is any rental unit in the city of Cincinnati must be registered.
Okay, and the registration is just you put your contact information online? How does that work?
So it's a little bit more complicated than that. So it is going to be effective 60 days after September 1. So September 1, every single rental unit has 60 days to get this information in. Once you acquire new properties, you would have 60 days from the date of acquisition to provide this information. As far as the information you're providing, you need to provide the owner of the property. In the event it's owned by a trust, an LLC, some other vehicle, you need to provide an actual person's name, address, and phone number that's a member, a trustee, or has some sort of control over it. So you can't.
Oh, wow. So it can't just be the LLC. It has to be an actual person, not entity. It has to
be a person that has control over that entity. You also need to provide a person in charge of the property, such as a maintenance worker who could be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Have to provide their name and phone number, and that person must be available. The other wrinkle in that is that person has to live within 100 miles of the city of Cincinnati. So if you own a rental property and you are in Florida during the winter and you don't have someone here that's in charge of maintenance, you need to get someone, because that person has to be within 100 miles of the city of Cincinnati. The other thing that's going to be required is descriptions of the property, such as bedroom size, number of bathrooms, and the amount of rent you're charging. And here's kind of where I think people are going to get tripped up on this, is you have a duty to update this if anything changes. Since they're asking how much rent is being charged, that means if you change your rent at any point in time, the rental amount, you will need to update your listing. The cost for registering is a $1 fee. They haven't set this up yet. It's anticipated this will be an online portal, that there will be a link. You go there, fill in all the information and submit it, pay the $1 fee. However, that has not yet been set up. I believe that's probably why they've delayed this to September 1, to make sure that system is in place before the requirement goes out.
And can the person who's in charge be the property management company, or that can just be the maintenance?
It could be a property management company. It could be a maintenance person. It could be your friend that does side work for you. It just has to be a person that if something goes wrong, they can contact and say, this needs to be fixed now at any point in time.
Okay, that's really helpful. That's really helpful. So September 1, right?
September 1, you'll have 60 days from September 1 to submit it.
Awesome. Well, this has been very helpful, Michael. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. You take care.
Awesome. Thank you too.